YouTube, the Anime Ref here, and I am back with episode 12 of Solo Leveling Season 2. We have made it to the climax of Jeju Island. Sung JINWOO showing up. He's gonna take on the Ant King, and it's gonna be glorious. And I'm so looking forward to hearing how this voice actor pulls off the Ant King. I heard the one in the mobile game, and I still think that's a good voice. It's really good. But I kind of was hoping it would be the same voice actor because unlike Kargalgan, who doesn't speak again till like the end of the series, and the anime decided to have a funny doing something they thought was fun, but it really wasn't. With the Ant King, he's kind of going to be talking a lot for the rest of the series. So, are they going to recast the mobile game? Or are they going to keep two sets of voice actors that are separate? I don't know. It's already a weird situation if it's not the one from the game, but from what I heard last episode, it took a little bit of time for the Ant King to get the voice down because it's a story thing. Like, at first, I got the ability to talk, and it was kind of raspy, and you could barely understand it. But once he got to Goto, outside, and he said, "Are you the king?" that was the most clear-spoken line I will probably ever hear of the voice of the Ant King. I'll say this much, it's better than that episode of the Orcs. I still think that's stupid. I still think that dubbing choice was stupid. They need to fix it. They do. In any case, let's get into the penultimate episode of this season. And as of me recording this episode, there's been no news on a season 3, and so that's kind of a shame. But in the week since last episode, the channel has popped off in terms of we've gotten some video game news. Joey covered that on 3 separate live streams. Gotta hand it to the guy. He sure knows what he's doing. But, you know, time to dive back into solo leveling. And the next time you see me will be that post-episode discussion. And as always, cut. Alrighty, post-episode discussion time. As always, the voice actors nail it every episode. Their A-game, they bring it. The delivery is on point, especially Sung JINWOO. As always, Alex Lee, once again proving, time and time again, that he is my favorite English voice actor, and there's no competition. In any case, I feel I should mention this now, but if anyone wants to know what my second favorite voice actor and third favorite voice actor are after Alex Lee, my second favorite is Matt Mercer. His work as his characters, Jotaro, Sakamoto, they're great. And my third favorite voice actor of all time is Ray Chase, because I'm pretty sure he's Bruno Bucciarati. And once again, those two guys, they deliver. They deliver on their voices. It's outstanding. So just putting that out there now, that's my pick for top 3. Of course, I'll have a separate list for female voice actors, so that way I'll have a number 1 favorite female voice actor. I have to go through the ones I've heard countless times and make a consensus on who I think is the best female voice actor, in my opinion. And then, of course, my second and third favorite. As usual, those are based on how I view characters and how they elevate their fictional characters because of who they act as. You know what I mean? Like, if the voice is good enough that I could recognize the character based on a voice before I would think of their name, like, and then I would know that that voice is that character. Although, I just now realize I could swap Matt Mercer and make it 2, 3, 4. I forgot about Chris Guerrero. His work as Ainzul Gon is legendary. His role as Ichiya in Fairy Tail is iconic. And you know what? I completely forgot about that. So it's Alex Lee, Chris Guerrero, Matt Mercer, and Ray Chase. In that order. Let me preface, in that order. I'll do the same thing for the female voice actors. I know I want to do Rimaru's voice actor, because to be able to do a character with an outwardly female appearance, because of story reasons, but still be a dude at the end of the day, she's great. I think Rimaru's voice actor is my favorite female voice actor. And then I'll have to make a choice on, do I pick Cha Hae-in's voice actor is my second favorite, because she's also Toka in Date Alive. Do I pick Kurami's voice actor, because she's very good at what she does? Do I want to pick... there's a ton in Azure Lane that do a great job, too. Like, Enterprise's voice actor is really good. I probably should make this into its own video, so I apologize that I'm only talking about it here. But to segue back to Solo Leveling, the Ant King. That voice for the Ant King is golden. Now, I don't know for sure if it's a one-to-one match to the mobile game or not, and for all of my patrons over on my Patreon, I will be uploading this week a tiny comparison video where you'll hear the game voice actor for the ant, and then you'll hear the anime voice, now that we have full dialogue for both, and you'll be able to hear the comparison. And also, if you know who the voice actor for the ant is, you can comment below, because I don't know off the top of my head. And speaking of the Ant King, my gosh, they added to that fight. They extended it, they made it better, they made it more of an even match, and it wasn't just a one-sided beatdown. That's great. That's absolutely great. They added in the King's ability of Gluttony, showing off that he's using abilities that he ate from other creatures. That is good. Also, people kind of forget that his ability to talk kind of stemmed from that ability. But then when stuff happens next episode, it's just a thing that other characters could always do, but we'll talk about that next time. In any case, I also love how at the end, they added the Elixir of Life to a possible solution for Cha Hae-in. That was not a thing in the manhwa, because in the manhwa, he had 3 of those potions. 3. In the anime, he started with 6. So let's see, he gave one to his mom. He used one on Cha thinking it would work, but it didn't work, so he's now left with 4 potions. And knowing what happens later in the manhwa, he uses another one. So in the anime, he is now down to 3. By the time we get to events that force him to then use another one, and he'll be down to 3. In the manhwa, he only had 3. He gave one to his mom, the one that I mentioned earlier, and that leaves him with 1 potion. You see where I'm getting it? The anime is changing things to add in the possibility so it's not talked about after the fact. I like that. What I don't like is the final scene of the episode not changing for the English dub. Byung-Gyu's voice in the shadow is like in the shadows of like, use my power. That wasn't put in the episode. They left it equally vague. Why? You didn't even translate it to English, I don't think. Huh? Oh well. It's a tiny little thing, and because I care about the tiny little details, I am so up in arms about it. Go figure. But I'm looking forward to this finale next week, especially how the dub does a few other characters that are coming in. Because if you thought the Ant King was crazy when it came to a voice performance, I'm expecting great things out of 2 more characters next week. I am so ready for another season. Please. And what's crazy is this past week, we got our final chapter of Ragnarok Season 1. it's going on hiatus. The manhwa will be back eventually. It's going to start a new season of the manhwa for Ragnarok. And it ended on such a great cliffhanger there, too, about stuff for that. So what a week for Solo Leveling. In any case, thank you all for sticking it out with me ever since I did Season 1 just to have the content on my channel to then catch up for Season 2's debut. I've been here this whole time. It's crazy to think how far we've come in such a span of time, you know? So thank you all so much for watching. If you like it, hit the like button, subscribe, share the video with a friend, join my Patreon, and if you're interested in any other reactions I do, they're on my channel, of course. And the other guys, they're chugging along doing their shows. Tokustroyer is still on Red Ranger Isekai. He'll be doing Love After World Domination after that. And as far as the poll goes, he'll be doing Q Ranger after that. For the Wizard, the polls just keep going, so that way he will always have a cycle of shows on rotation. So those aren't going anywhere. But once I finish with Headhunted to Another World, I will be taking a break. Because I just got through Solo Leveling, Sakamoto Days, Headhunted. Me, the ref, I think I deserve to go on sabbatical now. The Tokustroyer had one for a while dealing with issues with characters in that show, and so I think it's about time I asked for my own vacation. So once this show finishes next week, and Headhunted finishes as soon as I get to it, I will be going on a vacation away from content. The other guys will keep going. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.